Wow, we are here. We are live, bigger, better, stronger than ever. What will Solo Sikoa have to say to Cody Rhodes? How will the WWE Undisputed Champion respond to his first defeat since winning the belt at WrestleMania 40 over Roman Reigns? This is Steven Milhausen. Welcome to a special edition of the Walkway to Fight Club. And we're doing a little something new. We're going to do a little watch along. We're a few minutes late to SmackDown. But the cool thing is, we're going to take a bunch of questions. If anyone's got questions, we're just going to do a live watch along. We're just going to kind of sit here. We're going to hang out. Tiffany Stratton here, kicking off SmackDown, doing a segment with Bayley. So this is interesting. I'm intrigued by what they're going to do here because and we're going to go to subtitles here. There we go. Yes, we want subtitles. Okay, here we go. And this is interesting. Tiffany Stratton winning the Money in the Bank in a great six-way. To me, what was weird is the Wrestling Observer put it as the best match of the show, but also the worst match of the show. So Dave Meltzer can really basically pound sand here because it really makes no offense to Dave, but doesn't make a lot of sense here. It really, really doesn't. But make sure you guys are subscribe to the channel. Got any questions or comments, please make sure to leave a comment and I will make sure it does get asked on the air. I am going to post the link up all over social media here. So give me a minute here. Here comes Nia Jax, who will challenge Bayley at SummerSlam. So I'd go with the three-way here because let's just really be honest. This match is going to be freaking terrible. If we're just really being honest with ourselves, being in the honest tree, that match is going to be terrible. So how about we just do what's best for business here, and let's make this a three-way. Let's put Stratton, Bayley, Nia, women's title on the line. Let's get it done. That would be my best way. That would be the way I would go. But what do I know? I'm not a booker. I'm just a lowly reporter who doesn't know much. Look at Bayley telling her, I don't know who you think you're talking to. This is not the NXT hugger. This isn't the 2017 Bayley. Fiery promo here from the women's champion. Called her an idiot. Grand Slam champion. Winner of the Royal Rumble. The WWE Women's Champion. Gotta admire the hair color of one Bayley. And she's got the one side shaved. That's interesting. You guys like that? I kind of do. I have to admit. I really kind of do. Let me get my phone out here. But I find that really intriguing. I'm shocked. I like it. What do you guys think of Bayley's hair? On a 1 to 10? I got to rate it a 10. As I'm telling all the peeps here my apologies here, as I'm just sitting here typing, but nice fiery promo here from Nia. I like how Tiffany Stratton's just laying back, chilling. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. A lot of people bouncing in and out here. Nia says, you're my victim. Ooh, the little push. Ooh. Oh, Stratton tries to tell Bayley. No. And Nia Jax lays the beat down. Look at Stratton just. Oh, and here comes Michin again. Little rivalry between Michin and Nia Jax here. 2 weeks in a row, Michin saves Bayley. Okay. I'm smelling a tag match here on SmackDown. Interesting. I like it. I have to give that's a solid segment to. That's an interesting. Okay. Okay. I can. All right. That's a solid B plus to start the show. Okay. Establishing the women. I can't really. You can't really begrudge. I can't really hate. All right. Raw Monday. Drew McIntyre. All right. Thank you to everyone for watching the Joe Hendry interview. I want to give a really special shout out, by the way. That interview is doing pretty well. I do appreciate it. And everyone, make sure you also go to the YouTube channel. Got the top 5 options for John Cena for WrestleMania. Uh-oh. Joe Hendry's at SmackDown. Uh-oh. Is Joe Hendry at SmackDown? Huh. 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 Interesting. Huh. I like it. I have to admit, I like it. Good way. A lot going, man. That's okay. All right. Some UFC news here. I kind of want to see what everyone's thoughts are here because I find this interesting. And this is from my man Josh Gross here regarding the UFC, regarding the antitrust trial. Josh Gross tweeted a little more than an hour ago. Judge Bulwer did not grant preliminary approval for the UFC class action antitrust settlement today. I was in the courtroom this afternoon. Bulwer expressed several areas of concern and sure seemed to me that he's leaning toward denying the deal and moving to a jury trial. Wow. That's a big deal because it seemed like that $335 million settlement in the antitrust lawsuit, that seemed like that was really going to stick. The judge has different ideas here. Wow. Oh, fix my camera here. My apologies. There we go. But wow, man. If you're UFC here, I'm squirming because this is very, very likely now going to go to a jury trial. And this would affect, you got to think about this. Unionization in wrestling was tried before by Billy Graham. Then it was tried again in 87. No. Go. Thank you. Bye. No. Okay, go. By Jesse the Body Ventura. Don't mind if you see my 8-year-old very quickly getting it. And my barking dogs. My apologies. But this is a really big deal here as people trail up because they don't want to hear my barking. Ethan, come on, dude. Get my dogs. But this is what would happen here. This really affects WWE big time. Because if this goes to trial, the plaintiffs win. Then you go to a wrestling union. Because right now SmackDown is in a commercial, by the way, and we're not back. But a really good open SmackDown. I hate these commercials. Ooh, the big soccer game. Who's going to win? Spain and England or Argentina and Colombia? Come on. Messi's the GOAT. This isn't even are we really even going to have this discussion on who the GOAT is? The greatest of all time. We know. We know. We already know. We already know. Let's just be frank. Let's be honest. Let's see here. I got to do a little editing work here. My apologies for. Is watch along one word or two, everybody? Is it one or two? I'm confused. Look at Chelsea. Look at Chelsea's just like sporting that beautiful neck brace. That's kosher. That is kosher. That's just kosher. I honestly think so. It really is. I think this is cute. It really is. I think this is great. Piper Niven, there's the muscle. I want Nick Aldis. Oh, that pain in the neck. She took a nice, nasty bump off the table. Interesting. Okay. All right. I'm down, Chelsea. Let's go. I want to see Chelsea Green. I just want to change the title. Okay. Well, let me change the title. Okay. That's cool. Well, let me. All right. We got Nia Jax and Michin here. Ooh, they only went singles. I would have went the other way. This is not the route I would have went. Huh. Okay. Maybe they're going to save the tag. I think the tag would be super. I really do. I just think that it would be so interesting if they did that. They got Bailey in the corner of Michin. I don't see Tiffany Stratton ringside, so that's kind of. Well, Tiffany Stratton seems really bored. If we're just calling a spade here, she looks extremely bored. I was talking to someone here in the business, and that's been watching in and out here, telling me why they're. I think it's interesting that they're talking about the UFC here. I think this is. I'm gonna try to stay on. I'm gonna try to stay on top of that. Look, Alec Baldwin got some good news today. Judge threw out the charges and dismissed the case against him with prejudice. Wow, the prosecution withheld material from the defense. The case is done. Man, good for Alec Baldwin. I'm not the world's biggest Alec Baldwin fan, but when you see him, when you're beyond guilty, beyond not guilty, and you get that to happen, well, then you got the president. That's for another day and another time. SummerSlam poster. We got our first comment here. Matt Ward. I love the SummerSlam poster. You know what? I ain't tripping here. I think that SummerSlam poster is pretty sick. SummerSlam studio? That SummerSlam poster is pretty kosher. I'm not gonna sit here and try to tell you guys fables here. But I am a fan of the SummerSlam poster. And I was saying this on a podcast I did early. I recently did in regards to when I did the John Cena podcast. And I thought that was like so cool with the guitars playing off the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I just thought that was a really cool way to do that. So mad props to WWE here for really going into the theme of the show. And man, I was so bummed I was in Cleveland when I was in Cleveland. It was it'll be 3 years ago next month. It was for the first Jake Paul Tyron Woodley fight. And I had time carved out to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I did not get to go. So I was really bummed. So that really sucked. So, yeah. All right, they're going to a commercial. I'm going to go take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. What's up, everyone? Sorry about that. I am back. when the bathroom calls, you have to go. And I'm shocked this got the 2 segment treatment here. Just because Minchin really hasn't been pushed beyond the last couple weeks. And I just don't see it here. Nice Hurricanrana, though. Yeah, I will admit, Nia Jax has gotten a lot better in the ring, though. We'll get rid of that. No offense to Matt, but welcome back. Walkway to Fight Club. I am Steven Mielhausen. We're doing a live watch along here of SmackDown. Guys, want to talk anything in the world of wrestling? Let's just wrestling, MMA, boxing, a lot going on. So like on that UFC news is still like was just talking with someone from the UFC, and they just shocked was the big takeaway from that. But it's just one of those things to where you want the fighters to win. And because these fighters get so shortchanged, you look at the same thing in wrestling. Even though, yes, thankfully for AEW, and you have the rise of Impact, it is still wrestler pay should still be a lot better than what it is for what these companies are, the revenue that they're generating, and them putting their lives on the line every single time they go into the ring and go into the cage. And I think that's very understated, unfortunately. And I always and that's like one of those sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. But it's one of those things where they should be paid more money. If you're bringing in all this money, you got a company that's worth like $12 billion in TKO. The fighters and the wrestlers that are helping generate that $12.5 billion should get a good chunk of the pie here. This has actually been a pretty decent match. And Nia's going for I call it the bonsai drop. I'm sorry. You can't call it nothing but the bonsai drop. I'm looking at that homage to her cousin Yokozuna, Rodney, and I don't want to butcher and why he. If I'm really screwing that up, man, I am so sorry. If anyone is watching, everyone that's watching out there, if I butchered that, I am totally sorry. Oh, there goes Bailey. Oh, she hits Bailey with the briefcase. And what I would do right here, hit Nia. Come on, you got to hit her here. Like how Stratton's just kind of taking her time. Uh-oh. Spine buster. Spine on the pine. See, that's where I would have nailed her. Huh. They take Bailey out. I would have clocked her. Get her out of the ring. Beat the living bejesus out of her. Pin Bailey. You're a SmackDown Women's Champion. She's got to be doing it here. Too slow of a build. Not a fan. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on, Tiffy time. Oh, come on. Then you face each other with Nia. This is what you want. Oh, yeah, that's a bad job there. Bad strategy. Terrible strategy. Tiffany Stratton, what are you doing? As Nia Jax questions her. I would have clocked her over the dang head. What is wrong with her? more than they talk. Solo Sikoa. The Bloodline had all the titles, the heavyweight and the tag team titles. It would all be the same if Roman Reigns never went solo. To stay on top of this game. I'm reading the caption, so if I'm wrong, I greatly apologize here. That's why I'm here, to build a whole new family. More powerful family. Right hand man. Tonga Loa. More aggressive family. Family will rule for decades as long as I'm the tribal chief. Okay. And by the end of tonight, everyone will acknowledge me. Okay. All right, Solo. I think I would like to see you know what I think out of this? I'm calling it here. We see the return of Jimmy Uso. I call it. Matt Ward, do you think the NXT TNA crossover could lead to TNA getting on CW as well? Boys, come here. Come here. Now. Call your mom. Come on. Please. Now. Well, you're moving pretty slow. Come on. Here. Take the phone. No, just talk right here. Go in the sunroom and talk. Yes. Sorry about that really quickly. But I know they're looking for a deal. Right now they're on Access TV and they're also on the Zone in the majority of the rest of the countries, except for India. I know they got to deal with Sony 6. And they got a deal in Japan, but I forget who that is with. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Sorry about that, everybody. Trying to get my boys to call their mommy. I know Anthem's looking for a deal. I do. That's about as much as I know. CW did kick around the tires with AEW last year about Ring of Honor, which you got to think, if Tony Khan doesn't, and SmackDown's in a commercial, by the way, Tony Khan looks dumber by the minute by not taking that deal. Why not take that deal? Because if this deal doesn't include Ring of Honor in any way, shape, or form, whether that means it gets on TNT, TBS, or even if it gets on Max, or even BR Live, you're not getting any type of television distribution or any streaming distribution. You're pretty SOL here. It's guaranteed money you would have gotten for 2 hours of TV every week. I got a question. Yeah, he got pennies for Ring of Honor. It wasn't like he paid $10 million. He paid around, I think it was like between 3 and 4. and that's kind of where my mind's at. I think they were offered, don't quote me on this, and I know how stuff gets around. It was like mid-20s, I want to say. So I got to really question. I got to question that judgment here by Tony Khan. I think we're getting an announcement very soon. He says they're in the red zone, which I've been told is accurate. But I just think if they don't get ROH included in that deal, I think they're in a lot of trouble. I really do. I really, really do. Hold on one second. Boys! Boys! Take out the dogs! Take out the dogs! Thank you. My apologies. That'll be the last time. Forgot my dogs. My dogs are just running to go outside here. But that's what I think about that. I think the crossover helps because look at the stars that they've made. Look at Jordan Grace, bigger star. You have Joe Hendry, who's turned into a phenomenon. Just like, as my son is singing now, I believe in Joe Hendry. Don't forget, Joe Hendry podcast in the archives. So check that out. 2 at a time. But it's kind of my viewpoint. I like how they always do these, and great question, by the way. And the Rascals also reunited on NXT. So I thought that was really cool. So hopefully we do see more of that crossover. I really do, because I think it's been, but unfortunately right now, WWE has gotten the better end of this. And if TNA doesn't start getting the better end of the deal here, and then getting, I think at least Natty for Slammiversary. They got to get some big names here for Slammiversary. If I'm TNA, I'm be like, how's this benefiting us here? How was it really? Well, they're just replaying the men's. The men's match was good. I don't agree with Dave Mel. I don't try to put a lot of I hate putting stock in star ratings. I think star ratings are very, I think they're very overrated. I think it's so subjective. Like if I think like this men's match, I thought it wasn't as good as the women, but I think the women's match should have been 4.5, 4.3/4 stars. The men's match was a 4. You got Andrade here, Carmelo Hayes. Maybe we get a Carmelo Andrade tag team. That would be, I can get for that jam. Andrade needs a push. He came back for good money to be with his wife. You know, he's the speed champion, 1.5 million, averaging 1.5 million viewers per episode, which I find so fascinating. And Carmelo leaves Andrade. Maybe they wrestle for the speed championship. That would be cool. As my dogs are barking away here because my dogs just don't know. Apollo, wait a minute here. When is the last time Apollo Crews has been on SmackDown? Okay, something's going on here. Hold on. I do apologize for this. Because they were parking and you guys weren't listening. Come on, guys. Work with me here, please. Back. Sorry. Because we're losing viewers because of that. My apologies. Legado del Fantasma. Interesting. Okay. What we got here? I got Santos. We got Angel just signed a new deal. Good for you. I think ROH will get a slot since the NBA won't be the main focus on Warner Brothers. That's gonna be interesting. If this whole Warner Brothers Discovery, the NBA, and all that is my son. I don't know why he's behind me. What are you doing? Oh, I have water right over there. My water is right in front of you. Look, right on the table. Thank you. Good job, buddy. Just got to ask. But if they don't match, where do we go? Where do they go? They've already added. I told you, just leave the cup there, man. Leave the cup there. Come on. No, yeah, just leave it there, dude. You're not even supposed to be up there. Crazy kid. Come on. Let Obi. Just give him a minute, okay? Hold on again. I'm sorry, everybody. You guys gotta be better at helping me out.
Nate.
I promise that won't be the last time. I got a dog that doesn't. He's 13 and seizures and everything in between. But in terms of ROH, they're getting a lot of different TV. They're getting. Oh, that's a bad glare. That's an even worse glare. My goodness, we'll go like this for a bit. But they've picked up the Big East, part of the college football playoff, the Mountain West football. They have March Madness. They get in Warner. They have some MLB in the playoffs. I think it all comes down if David Zaslav matches the rights, and then it's going to force the NBA's hand here. Because I think they'll at least match. The prevailing thought seems they're going to match Amazon and then go, and then it's going to get contentious. So if that doesn't go WBD's way, then yeah, I could see them going that route 100%. I could. But what day do you put it on? You already got Collision on Saturday. Dynamite's not going anywhere. Dynamite's going to be on Wednesday. So what do you do? Does it replace Rampage? It's kind of. But I think you're subtracting because you got a lot of talent that needs TV time. You got to think, and I hate when people say that because you look at WWE, they got what? You have 3 hours of Raw, 2 hours of SmackDown, 2 hours of NXT, and then an hour of main event. So that's 4, 7, 3, 5, 7, 8 hours of TV. AEW right now has 5. 3 hours of extra TV does up. You can get another 2 hours, and you're getting some talent already on. And I can say that. And SmackDown is back. You have who is it here? I'm still trying to figure out why Apollo Crews is on Angel Humberto against Apollo Crews, and I have no clue who. Is that Corbin? Poor Baron Corbin. What did Baron Corbin do to get? What? I feel bad for Baron Corbin. Because how does Baron Corbin get stuck teaming with him? How does Baron Corbin get stuck teaming with Apollo? I'm very flustered by that one. I gotta question. Yeah. I feel bad. Like that to me, that's a punishment. That's a flat out punishment. Corbin getting stuck teaming with. You gotta think Angel and Berto get the win here. Angel just signed a new multi-year deal. And I loved his point of view of, well, I signed because I'll do anything. The money's good. I know I'm only gonna get to a certain ceiling. But to me, if you're in wrestling, don't you want to be in the main event? It's just me. I don't know. That's just me. I'd want to be in the main event. I don't want just a ceiling of being capped as a low mid card tag team. Maybe I'll get a run or two with the tag titles. Or maybe the feeling is, hey, I got a paycheck. It's good, it's steady. I'm on TV. I'm getting a decent amount of TV time. Maybe that's Maybe that's the way. Impact is going to have no catch crew on Impact next week versus Kushida and Rascals, which I think we could see a TNA return of Wesley. This I did not know. So I appreciate that, man. Okay. So I drink my coffee that I got like 4 hours ago. 3 hours ago. Huh. I like okay, because Charlie Dempsey has been on TNA. I did not know about the no catch quarter crew. Okay. I like me Kushida. Oh God, I love Kushida. He's been really good in TNA. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, but this one Chelsea Green is great. With Pretty Deadly here. As they're outside Nick Aldis's office. Tag title match later tonight. No. That's not a tag title match tonight. Never mind. My apologies. They're in a line to talk to Aldis. Uh-oh. There's the there's LA Knight. Yeah. Chelsea tells LA, no one's getting in before me. Excuse me. Is Nick busy? Yeah, actually, he said he was going to call you. I think he has a couple more things to do. Will be a little bit longer. I think he will be good. Looks like LA Knight is coming to the ring. Oh, that's pretty cool. I did not know that. All right, great. So we head to commercial. Let's get this last question in here. I think they make Dynamite 3 hours to give the Friday slot to ROH. I've heard people bring this up. And people have asked me. And you could see AEW has tinkered with this. So I think it's interesting. I'm not opposed. I like the idea. But the question is, do they do it? But what are you gaining? Okay, you're gaining an extra hour of TV. Okay. But not really. You're just, I don't know, you're getting 3 hours, 2. You make Rampage, you can go 8 to 10, 9 to 11. I wouldn't be opposed at 9 to 11. Central 10 to midnight. I wouldn't expect like Dynamite ratings. But I really don't think that is the worst idea. And there's a lot of people jumping in here. This combat sports journalist extraordinaire, Stephen Mielhausen, formerly of DAZN and Sporting News. Welcome. The Walkway to Fight Club doing a watch along here Friday night. SmackDown LA Knight is on his way to the ring as we're in a commercial break. So we will get back to that in a few moments. But I just make sure you also subscribe. You're watching via YouTube. This is only on YouTube. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. You get instant notifications. We got an interview up I did last year with Joe Hendry that I was finally allowed to release. So that is up. But I also did a Money in the Bank recap show, just a short one. And then I did a video that came up yesterday, actually this morning, of top 5 matches that make sense for John Cena for WrestleMania 41. Now, but see, then you're giving it 7 hours and then you're an hour behind. So I can get behind that. I can really get behind that because that makes sense. You want to add TV. You got a lot of talent under the roster. CJ Perry just got released. And I thought that was interesting. But man, wow, that was interesting. Let's talk about that actually, because she got released back quietly in April in a report today from Fightful Select. That to me, and she talked to TMZ, said she had been gone for a little bit. They're reporting in April. I was able to confirm that report later this afternoon. What a weird run. That was very, I would say, disappointing. She debuted it All Out, which I was there the day after Tony Khan made the worst decision of his life. And I'm sorry, it was. Like, you don't get rid of your main attraction. Because look at the ratings. Look at the attendance. Eek. AEW not getting outrated by NXT. Point. Even though it was only by 2,000 viewers, it doesn't matter if it was by 1 or 5 million. And there's our WWE champion. Look at Orton looking at that title, and he's like, I want that belt, right? I want that belt, Cody. I'm going to get it. He just stared. That was a good, 25-second stare. Who doesn't like that? Love that subtle tease. You gotta love that. You gotta love that's simple storytelling. It's nothing egregious, nothing bad. That's just great. Brilliant storytelling. That's how it's done. That's how you tell a story. Man, if I'm Randy, I drop him tonight. Brilliant. Love it. Kudos, Randall Orton. Randall Keith. Brilliant. Tells Cody he's going to have his back. I think he drops him tonight. I think we get a whole lot of action. I drop him. I would drop him in 5 seconds. Staring at that belt like it's like someone stole his lunch money. Can't hate that. Can't hate that at all. There's LA Knight. It seems like it'll be him and Logan Paul for SummerSlam. Storytelling. Very. I want to see what they do here. Did they make the match? Logan Paul wasn't scheduled for the show. I don't know why. You got to think he's got to be on sometime coming soon. One would. He's such a man. Got to pull the trigger on him. Give him the title. Not just the U.S. title. Logan Paul's a big win. So they keeps him very. It keeps him very high in the mix. I will admit that. That's the match you go with. I think that makes sense. There's no reason for them to go in any other direction for now. Give him the title, beat him in Cleveland. I think that's pretty cool. Beat him in his home state of Ohio. You know, they're not usually fans of guys doing jobs in their respective hometowns. there it makes sense because I don't think he's gonna get really cheered just from being, like I said, at Paul Woodley won. And I remember Logan Paul went on stage and he got booed out of the building. So he didn't really, I don't think he really gained. I don't think the Pauls are as popular as they think they are. I think people just, especially in Cleveland, I think they just want to see him lose. That's what I would go with. Every single person in the building right now, every single person at home, what they saw was what they saw this man move on to Money in the Bank, right? And he's talking about him being in the Money in the Bank. Huh. Okay. When he says he was in Nick Aldis's office, he has a contract in his hand. Gee, are we getting the match at SummerSlam? Nick Aldis has the signature. Sorry, a little bit slow, guys. I'm on. Yep, Logan Paul, LA Knight, SummerSlam is official. Okay. I don't mind it. I like it. It's a big match. Kind of the expected route they were going to go. They had been bandied about at the beginning of the year. So I don't mind it. Logan Paul's a big star. LA Knight's a big star. They'll have a great match. Big match for LA Knight. And just see how good Logan Paul is, too. Oh, my God. Like 9-10 matches. No one should be that good having so little time in the ring. Shocked Logan Paul is I gotta have him on the show at some point. He hasn't been on the show in a minute. It's been a couple weeks. Surprise, surprise, guys. Oh, geez. But no, the SummerSlam card shaping up here. You got Gunther and I think a solid. My apologies. It's a pretty solid card. You got to look. You got, let's see, you got Damian Priest and Gunther, World Heavyweight title. You have LA Knight and Logan Paul for the United States title. You got Bayley and Nia Jax. Maybe you throw in Tiffany Stratton. You have to think Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa. Even though I do like this little Randy Orton twist at the end, though. I do have to say that tickles my fancy. I have to say I like that. I think that's very solid. Because you got to think Gunther's winning. Bayley's winning. Not Bayley. I think Gunther, Stratton cashes in. I could see either Nia or Bayley winning, and I think LA Knight wins the U.S. title. And SmackDown, what do you guys think of Joe Tessitore? Actually, no, before we get to Joe Tessitore, what matches do we want to see at SummerSlam? Cody and Solo? Maybe Cody and Orton? Maybe. It seems like that's what it's seeming like. Cody and Solo. I don't think you have Solo pin Cody and then go in a different direction. I don't see that. Who's the highlight package of here? Blair Davenport from NXT. Solid. All right. I just I don't know enough about to me, she wasn't pushed hard enough in NXT. So you have to do a lot more of these vignettes, and she's got to be squashing people. I like how they did it how Vince McMahon did it in the 90s. Vince McMahon didn't do a lot right, and he's a scumbag and an asshole. But one of the things he did right in terms of big men was squashing these people like bugs. That's the way I would do it. They don't do it. Both them and AEW don't do that enough. Is when you get new talent and you really want to get them over, they don't let them win in squashes. It's, oh, we got to go 5, 6, 7. Why? Squash them like goddamn bugs. Squish them. Squish them hard. Squish them like dang bugs. I need that better light in here. Hold on. There we go. Who cares? There we go. Better. I'm sorry. But man, it's like the worst thing they can do is like let these talent, because it doesn't get the talent over. Not at all. Always never been a fan of that. Awesome Truth and Judgment Day. Saw it at Mania. Could get it again. Do I want to see Awesome Truth with the titles again? Not really. Maybe you want to, if Miz gets this, if the special on Sunday gets any momentum, it does a good viewership, can maybe go with another run. Sure. Cool. Would I specifically do it? What, man? Okay. You know where the food's at? You guys act like there's no food. You know, you go grocery shopping. When you get children, they try to tell you that they're hungry. They always ask where the food's at. So, tip: if you're a parent or about to be a parent, and when they always ask where the food's at and say I'm hungry, you know where the food's at. Just have something, please. Can have it in a bowl. Here. There you go. Title run? Sure. Another title run? Sure. Do I think it happens? No, but it doesn't really seem like there's... Doesn't seem like there's a better option as I'm sitting here thinking about it. There's really not. And that's unfortunate. Now they're talking about John Cena. Man, this... As my son says, you can't see me. Cool. It's just so weird of how it. You went from I'm retiring to then, oh, I'm going to be around. It didn't seem like he was going to be around until WrestleMania. And then he gets to the press conference and says, I'm going to be here through the end of 2020. Don't get divorced. I'll put it that way. Don't get divorced. It's cheaper to stay married. But it's so weird of how this was all. It seems like they did it for the YouTube views. When more people were watching on Peacock than we're going to watch on the press conference. That wasn't reading at least to me, that didn't read the room very well. That's why do dogs bark at everything? Oh, what you say happening is Team Gable and Creed Brothers win the tag titles via triple threat. I'm not opposed to that idea either. I like that idea. Why not? I can. And here comes Nate. Poor Naomi. She comes back. All this fanfare. Great run in TN. Holds the Knockouts title for the chunk of her run. Actually, let's see. She debuted in April, and I was there. Very cool moment when she debuted. 3 months later, she won the title. Actually, or was it a month later? 2 months later. Something like 2 months later. About 2 months, 2.5 months. She had the belt for around 6 months. I really screwed that up. I felt like her return has just not been very good. Like it was just, she was there. She was like the flavor of the moment, flavor of the day, the week, and then kind of really, she's been in really nothing meaningful. And I don't get that. Extremely talented, very good on the mic. I can get your husband is there. I can you don't want to see my coffee. I can get that. but not a fan of, just not a fan of this run. Like, just very, we'll get into some breaking news. We'll get into that in a minute. I just feel like this run has been extremely wasted. It's been very underwhelming. Very, and that's a shame because she was really making a mark, and it just feels like she's been just really downplayed. Maybe it's a punishment. I don't know. If that's a punishment, that's a cruel joke because she's great. Great matches in TNA. Because it feels like that to me. I'll leave this out there. So I feel like it has. And that's a shame because she left a good thing. And she could have benefited more of just staying there. Maybe go. I would have wanted to. I'm so shocked. The one thing I was really shocked by with her run is she didn't go to Mexico. She didn't go to Japan. I'm really shocked she didn't go to Japan and wrestle. She was there. She was there at Mercedes. So not being there is very. That one caught me off guard of not doing more. It seemed like she was just content with wrestling every couple weeks, and that was really it. Maybe twice a month. Don't get me wrong. You can get the money. It's not a bad deal. But I think she could have done. I don't know if her asking price was too much. Could have been. I don't know. I've asked around. No one's really. I really don't even think she did some autograph signings. You know, you really didn't see Jimmy with her at all, which I thought was a weird dynamic. At least like the night she won the title, you think you could have gotten the weekend off, or at least the night off? Be like, hey, I want to go see my wife instead of her friends are there. I'd have been kind of pissed. It's just me. I just find it. This match is getting a second segment. Goodness gracious. Why? Like, this is what I mean. Like, if you want to get Davenport over, sure. But then don't make her look stupid here in the process. Yeah, not a fan of this. Not at all. I don't get why. Make sure you listen. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Leave a question. Leave a comment. Appreciate all the comments that have been coming in. So thank you so much. It's greatly appreciated. I find all that it's very underwhelming. The run's been blah. And they've done nothing with her, and it seems like she's going to put Davenport over here, which to me doesn't make much sense. She was into women's Money in the Bank. She didn't do much. You weren't like seeing her in the match, and you're not like, Naomi's going to get it done. I was like, Davenport's going to get the pin here. She kicked out. I'm surprised. I just don't. I don't get. I'm trying to just figure out why she came back. Ooh, a small package. Oh. Come. Let's get to Joe Tessitore really quickly. Stephen Milhausen here, Walkway to Fight Club, formerly of DAZN, Sporting News, Yahoo Sports, and Bleacher Report. Not a bad match. Not great, but not. Uh-oh. Switch up pins. Yeah, a little slow there. I love the V, good old V trigger. Well, they only got the win. Okay. Maybe I beat her with a bubble bomb. I would see the woman win with that. Holy Lord. That's great. Good job. Good for you, Naomi. We'll take back everything I just said. Still, the run feels underwhelming. I will say, I will apologize for saying the run has been, well, the run has still been underwhelming. But I will take away the fact that I thought you were going to lose. I will apologize for that. So congratulations. But where does she go? That's kind of my cup of tea. It's kind of my. And it seems like they're going to get to, I think the tag title match is going to be next, and the show will end with Solo. And something with Solo and Randy. And they're playing a highlight package of the tag title win last week by DIY. Good for them, by the way. They love Toronto. Who doesn't love Canada? It's a great country. But, you know, we'll talk about the announced team. Joe Tessitore and the news of him coming to WWE. And I know a lot of people are giving Joe just a ton of flack. You know, saying, oh, he can't do it. What is he doing? Why did WWE make this move? Why not? Why not? Why not? There's nothing wrong with the move. I like the move. You know, Joe's one of my close, he's not extremely close friends, but we're friends. And I sent him a note wishing him congratulations because I think it's a really cool deal. It really is. And it's nice to see, and I know everyone's gonna be like, oh, you know, and then it's just been thinking, oh, well, you know, bro, Anon Burke was freaking terrible before I'd even look at Mike Adamle. You know, let's kind of, here come the former tag team champions, Austin Theory. I think the breakup of this happens tonight. That's what it smells like here. There's no way they would regain the belts. That would be so bad. A-Town Down Under. I always forget the name of this thing. I think Grayson Waller turns on poor Austin Theory tonight. Or Theory just finally turns babyface, which I think is going to go absolutely terrible. Do not turn him. But, you know, but remember what happened with Mike Adamle. You know, let's kind of go back. Mike Adamle was going through, as you look at it, Mike Adamle had some CTE. So, you know, everyone wants to like, oh, it was a horrible run. And if you, in retrospect, if you take a look at it and you see how Mike Adamle's career progressed and went on after WWE, some serious problems. And like I think Mike Adamle should get a hall pass. And on Verk, a friend? Yes. Yes, right there. There you go. But I like the signing. At first, I was like, okay, great. Look at what Adnan has done. He was with his own MLB network, doing some good stuff. But right away, it was like a fart in church. And not in a good way. Not a good fart in church. Not even like a good fart in a car. It was absolutely brutal. And I felt really bad for Verk. And then you had Jimmy Smith. And Jimmy, another good friend of mine. And I thought Jimmy Smith did a very good job. And I know he gets pounded on. I know he gets criticized. And I get it. I do. I legit get it. Oh, this MMA guy doesn't know what he's talking about, bro. Jimmy Smith learned very quickly. And Jimmy Smith did a very good job on Monday Night Raw. I thought Jimmy Smith was fantastic. Still got a lot of flack, though. But I like Tess. Tess has always been a fan. Knows the business. He's been doing stuff with ESPN for WrestleManias for the past couple. Very good job with the interviews. And I know Joe gets flack for his overzealousness calling top rank fights for college football. But you need that in a broadcaster. You need them over the top. You need them passionate. That's important. It really is. And I think people need to understand it. Oh my God, that burger looks so delicious on TV. What are we doing? Okay, can we stop knocking it over, please? That's like 4 times. Thank you. No more. Because it's almost bedtime. That's why. But the signing is good. He's called some of the biggest fights in the history of boxing. Called the last 2 Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury fights. The third one, I was there live. I was feet away. To me, the greatest heavyweight title fight in the history of the sport. My God, that was between Wilder and Fury. That was, oh my God. Joe was great on that call. And he's called Andre Ward fights and Vasily Lomachenko fights, Shakur Stevenson. Devin Haney, a lot of big Devin Haney, the two lightweight, undisputed lightweight title fights, the Teofimo Lopez fights. Like, Tess is called big time college football. This is not, I think, to me, this is pure ignorance from the wrestling audience. Because they feel like all these sports guys, these invaders, how dare them? This is pro wrestling. This is sacred word, like a cult. No, and this is not a cult. Not at all. Not at all. We all can get along in this nice big circle. We can get along. Getting along is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. We all can live in the same bubble. They're showing, God, I forget the name of the Cleveland Browns. Paul Brown Stadium? Am I right on that? Paul Brown Stadium? Cleveland, Ohio? I'm sorry, but Cleveland is a dump. Beyond like the little area around Rocket Mortgage in Progressive Field and the downtown district. You get out of that downtown district, it's like Detroit. Logan Paul will be on SmackDown next week. And Andrade will be facing Carmelo Hayes. Okay, I thought they were going to be a tag team. Boy, was I wrong. But Joe Tessitore will be debuting with the company sometime. I've been led to believe it'll be after SummerSlam, which makes sense. There's Trinity. Or Naomi, whatever you want to call her. I don't know why you don't call her Trinity. She's with Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. Oh, my captions went off. Oh, there they go. Huh. Naomi talking about them getting Bianca and Jade getting the tag titles back. Chelsea finally getting into Nick Aldis's office. I feel a Naomi turn coming. Here's Blair Davenport. Telling Naomi, good job. Oh, this is new. Okay. She says, I don't want any trouble here, but I just really wanted to say that the best person won. Maybe I'll have better luck next time against you. Oh, come on, Naomi. Shake her hand. Be a good sport. Well, they shook hands. Chelsea Green has got to be the best character on WWE TV. There ain't no doubt Chelsea is right now top. Oh, there goes Blair Davenport. Oh, the left-handed handshake. Down goes Naomi. Okay, a women's feud. Okay, all right. That WWE needs. So one thing WWE is doing very well in the fact that they're giving women more time, giving women more programs. Women, if the men are getting non-title programs, why not the women? Always been a weird thing in wrestling. That I don't really. I got to talk about that. Who wins the SmackDown tag title match? Give me my pick. Uh-oh. Hit the wrong thing. My apologies. There's a link. There we go. My apologies, everybody. And here come C4 presents SummerSlam. I like the guitars. The guitar with the little square box rectangle. Oh, Wingstop. That gets me hungry for wings right now. That's what I want. That's what I'm talking about. I'm hungry. Huh. But back to Tesla's part really quickly. Is DIY's in the ring. Tag title match is about to begin. I think he'll do good with Corey Graves and Wade Barrett. I think just because, he's got two pros behind him. Corey Graves can go in and out of that role. But no, I really like the move, and hopefully Tess stays around a while. I think Tess can be really, 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 really good. I really do. Really hope he gets there. But let's get the tag title match here. Very you would have to think DIY. You have to think just because DIY just want. That's what I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Gotta learn to spell a little better. There we go. Sorry about that, kid. That's where I would go. I kind of think that's. And then you go with the turn. Because you could see that the turn is coming. It's not like this turn is going to happen weeks from now. The turn's going to happen tonight, I think. Waller's been way too worried about number one and not worried about the team. And a lot of people jumping in here. This is Stephen Milhausen, formerly of DAZN, Sporting News, Yahoo Sports, you name it. I've basically been there. So welcome to the Walkway to Fight Club. Just doing a watch along here of SmackDown. Trying something new, trying something a little different tonight. See how this goes. Have a little fun. Getting a lot of comments, so jump on in, leave a comment. Make sure you do subscribe so you can get notifications when a video is up, there is a podcast up of an interview I did last year that I was finally allowed to release with the one and only, the hottest star right now to me in all of wrestling, Joe Hendry. And also my top 5 matches that I'd like to see for John Cena at WrestleMania 41 this coming April out at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. And then next week, got a couple little cool ideas that I am going to do. And one of them will be my top SummerSlams, because I've been watching more SummerSlams. And I'm through the first one, and right now I'm in the middle of the 1994 SummerSlam. That's a good SummerSlam. That was here in Chicago. I was there. I just got through the IC title match. Diesel against Razor Ramon, Scott Hall against Kevin Nash, Walter Payton in the corner of one Scott Hall, and Shawn Michaels, who had just won the night before. Him and Kevin Nash had won the tag team titles from the Head Shrinkers in Indianapolis, Indiana. Just got through that. Sean super kicked Big D, Sweet Chin Music. See ya later, Alligator. Had a new Intercontinental Champion, and that led to the split a few months later at Survivor Series, and then a few days later, the Kevin Nash era, the Big Daddy Cool Diesel era began when he pinned Bob Backlund in mere seconds to become the WWE Champion, and at the time became the lowest drawing WWE Champion. And I hate saying this, I like Kevin. Kevin's a good guy, and I've had a couple instances where I've gotten the chance to chat with Kevin. So, and we'll be releasing one of those videos, if I can find the video, very, very soon. I have the video somewhere. It was one of those where I can take, because it is mine. I did the interview. I think I'm gonna do that and the audio, and we'll see from there. But All-Star, I'm excited about the All-Star. That should be a ton of fun. But going back to the tag title match, the tag match is back. I don't know what to make if they go with Theory as a babyface. I just don't see. I don't see any legs. I really, unfortunately, don't, and I say that with all due respect to Austin Theory. I don't. We seen it when he first came. We seen it when he was in NXT, and I was like, I'll pass. I'll flip the channel, which I did more often than not. Grayson Waller is just a natural condescending heel, and he's great. So, but I feel like I know Vince McMahon liked Austin Theory, and I get it. He had checked every box. Promos are very substandard. I don't see it. The promos are okay. I wouldn't write home about the promos. Where Waller's just a natural on the mic. He's better in the ring than people want to give him credit for. When healthy, he's a great talent. I think it's done more wonders for Grayson Waller. I really do. To me, this gave Theory something to do after the failed Money in the Bank cash-in 2022. He kind of really been paired with, like, you beat John Cena at a WrestleMania. But what was the follow-up? Beat him at WrestleMania 39, and they did nothing. So it's like, why am I watching this? Why am I invested? You beat the guy you consider the GOAT, the greatest of all time. But then what do you do with him? They didn't do anything. I like those forearm shots from Ciampa. Very, very hard. Very, very stiff. Oh, nice boot. Let's see here. Little Nate, too. I love that move by Theory, where he goes through the middle rope and does that somersault and does the neck break. So 1999 WCW, I saw a video today. It's the 25-year anniversary of the Immortal One, brother Hulk Hogan, returned to WCW and won the WCW heavyweight title, which I don't understand. I'm still trying to figure it out of why That one was always a head scratcher. Like, Savage roided out of his mind. Come on, if Randy Savage, you can't say Randy Savage wasn't on steroids. Oh, because he was. There ain't no doubt about Randy Savage being on steroids. Boys, get your pajamas on. Who's on steroids? Come on. He doesn't come back from a torn ACL and look like the little mini caricature of the Incredible Hulk. Let's just call it like we see it. That's not a knock. That's just being brutally honest. And he wins the title the night before at the Bash at the Beach. He was in a tag match with Sid, beat Sting and Kevin Nash, became the WCW Heavyweight Champion. I like the concept of those. I wish they would do. You put where. 1, 2, 3. Oh no. DIY retains. Do we get? Waller cost theory. Oh, Jacob Fatu, get the heck out of here. Oh my God, this dude's a beast. Oh, look at Ciampa. Like, I ain't afraid of you. Oh boy. Sorry, Tommaso. Sorry, buddy. This ain't your day. Boom. Boom. This guy is a wrecking machine. Oh! Sorry, Ciampa. Oh! Pop up Samoan drop. Get out of here, Jacob Fatu. Wow. 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 That's a bad man. That's a bad. The Samoan werewolf. There you go. Whoa. Oh my God. What a freaking moonsault. Holy Jesus. I'm scared of him. Would not want to run into him in an alley. I would not want to run into him in an alley. And here comes Solo. Uh-oh. I kind of think we're getting a return here. I think Jimmy Uso returns. That's a bad man. That's a bad man. That's a bad hombre. And looks like the show will be ending with the Bloodline. At the final, man, that's a bad dude. I was reading today, and I did ask this, and I got confirmed. The WWE hired a high-level immigration firm to get Jacob Fatu into Canada because of a prior arrest. Hey, that to me shows how much WWE really values him. Because if you don't think much of him and you think of him like a Birdo or I think the lower level. Let me think. Jay, McDonald's got some value. I'm trying to think. God, now this is gonna. Now I'm feeling like ultra terrible here. So I'm trying to think of like a lower level WWE talent here, and I don't want to begrudge any talent whatsoever. But if you're not at the level of where they see this guy at, they're not going to go all out and try to get him into a country and try to work the magic, as they say. So you can see, like, they see the long-term value. And we should see the long-term value. This guy's a star. Like what he did. And I remember talking to Court Bauer, and Court Bauer's like, I've never seen anyone like him. And I've been dealing with the Samoans a very long time. And to me, that was all I really needed to know. Especially with someone who my microphone. My apologies, everybody. I want to have to sit here and hold the mic. The return of Mommy on Monday. Oh, let's go, Rhea Ripley. Let's go. Poor Dominic. He's in a lot of trouble. He's in a lot of trouble. The return of Drew McIntyre. That 1 week suspension. You know what? He did all that, and you know what? You're only going to get suspended 1 week. We fined you $50,000. And then you're going to be just suspended for 1 week. And there is the great Solo. I don't want to say great. What will Solo Sikoa? What will the Bloodline? What will happen in the final segment of SmackDown? What's going to happen? I think we see Cody. I think we see Randy Orton. And I think we see at least Jimmy Uso. That's what I think we see here. I'm smelling a return of Jimmy Uso. Sound off here. Let me know what you think. Solo wants everyone to acknowledge him. Kind of hard to deny right now. You know, they've really done this well. I can't fault them here. The only thing you can really say is that he's got to get more pins. But does that argument still hold water? He's talking about how Paul's gone. Roman Reigns is gone. He says, you people don't deserve Roman Reigns. Don't want them to cheer for him. You got me now. Oh, Solo. I do admit, when he talks, there's more confidence, more charisma. He's no longer just the enforcer. Now, right here, where's Cody Rhodes? Someone tell me. Where's my WWE champion? I don't get that here. Don't get it. If someone just beat my ass. There he is. There we go. There's my hero. There's Cody. I was going to say, talking way. He got the talking points, and then the champion comes back out. Okay. I guess. That's kind of mine. Gotta make the babyface look stronger. Can't have the babyface just look like a dope. Maybe that's just me. He's mad. Oh, it's always hard to take him seriously, and I say this with all due respect. Take off the tie. Take off. You shouldn't even be wearing a suit. Oh, he took off the tie. I can't. It's hard. It's hard for me to invest. That's just me. That's just me. I'm gonna stare down here. Okay. Heard everything that you're saying. I'm sure you can figure this out. We want the same thing. Don't even buy. See, this is what kills me. SummerSlam, the undisputed WWE Championship. But if it was really up to me, if I can make any decision, we wouldn't be waiting until SummerSlam. I'd want to do it here and now. Like, you know, the beatdown's coming in. The beatdown's coming in 3, 2. See, I wouldn't even have taken off the suit. Just put on. There comes a super kick, crossroads attempt. Here comes the beatdown. Beautiful 360 clothesline by Jacob Fatu. Why play the music? Just run to the ring. Randy running a little slow today. And there goes, pulls down the ropes. There goes Jacob Fatu. Here comes a draping DDT. Oh, down goes Jacob Fatu. We still got time left on SmackDown. Oh, here goes Jacob Fatu. As Randy comes to help Cody. Here comes the more beatdown. Beat down on Orton, and the Gorillas of Destiny taking out Orton. Here goes Randall K. Orton. Oh my, what a tope suicida for Fatu. What a freaking madman from hell. That's a bad dude. There goes Cody. Oh. Well, they're tying him up in the ropes. Headbutts to the stomach. Holy Christ. Here goes Orton. Steel steps right to the midsection of Orton. There ain't no one to help. Where's Jay? Where's Jimmy? Where's Jay? It's a way to get Orton. Maybe this is a way to get Randy out of the storyline here for a bit. Maybe. Uh-oh. Here comes the Shield powerbomb here. It's coming. Oh, Big Daddy is a coming. Here comes the powerbomb. See, where is Nick Aldis? He's this storyline's got so many holes. Man, the beatdown is great, though. This is a first-class beatdown. Orton gets powerbombed through the announce table. I can forget what they call the lay. I don't want to, like, bastardize it. We the ones. I don't know about that, but okay. Okay. Well, looks like Orton's going to be out for a minute. Powerbomb through the table. Oh. Randy doesn't take those bumps just for anybody. Or those moves for anybody. Cody getting beaten down here. All leading to the return of the tribal chief, the head of the table, the reigning, defending, undisputed WWE champion. As SmackDown is officially over. That was an intriguing final segment of the show. I have to say. On the final segment of SmackDown. It was good. You have to give WWE credit. They're really going all in on this. They're doing it really well. That was well done. That was a great final segment to end the show. I think you set up a couple different things. You got Solo and Cody set for SummerSlam. You can maybe go. It seems like you're going to have Jacob Fatu in the tag title program with somebody. I don't know who. I think that's where they maybe you get Hikuleo in the next week or two. And I think you kind of go with DIY as, what do you want to call it? Not the interim, but the placeholder for the moment. So I think you get a tag title program out of that final segment as well. A lot of good things out of that SmackDown. Make Solo stronger. But you keep making, and this is the thing I can't get past, is that you're making Jacob Fatu the star when Solo is the one going for the belt. Solo's landing the final blow to the champion. But Jacob Fatu is coming off as the star. I don't think if you're going to highlight Solo Sikoa, Solo's the one that should be running shop, not the other way around. That's how I would handle it. I think they need to realize that. Hopefully they realize that very, very soon, because I think more people want to see Jacob Fatu and Cody Rhodes at this point. I get why they're going with Solo. Solo's going to go on the Roman, and then we're going to get everything that's going to go along with that. So I think we're in for an interesting we're in for a good like 8 months of just 9 months of really great programming here. But I would start shining more of the light on Solo instead of shining the light on Jacob Fatu. But that is just me. But a good addition to SmackDown. Seeing, it seems like we're going to get Naomi and Blair Davenport, Bianca and Jade going for the tag titles, the breakup of Waller and Austin Theory, tag title program. You got the SummerSlam main event. A lot of good things. LA Knight, Logan Paul. So you got a lot of good things on SmackDown. I thought really, not just a run in the middle, but I thought a really solid episode kept the interest going for a good part of the show. But don't forget, subscribe to the channel. This was a lot of fun, a lot of comments, a lot of questions. So I really appreciate that. This was great. Thank you so much for the time. It really does mean a lot. Make sure you subscribe. And if you're going to listen to the audio, hit that subscribe button, rate, review, download, leave a comment, leave 5 stars, do all that fun stuff. iTunes, Spotify, and all your favorite podcasting platforms. This is Steven Milhausen, and I'll talk to you guys later.